What is your worst experience with a speaker? I want to know that. Kindly leave your answer in the comment section below. What is your worst experience with a speaker? Yes, I welcome you to another episode of It's Your Turn to Speak, and today we are going to look at how to start your speech. Yes, we are going to look at ways you can spice up your speech from the introduction level till the ending part. That is how you're going to close your speech. So yes, my name is Amin Mohammed, and I welcome you to DTC Official. It's your turn to speak. Yep. So yeah, let's delve in. Today we are in a very, very, very competitive world, and so nobody has got a time to waste in front of a speaker who will climb up the stage and goes like, I have done this. My name is Amin Mohammed. I'm the CEO of whatever. In 2019, I was awarded. Hey, the master of ceremony or the moderator has already introduced you. So spare us that crap and move on to the topic. For this reason, I have adopted the TED Talk style for my speaking engagements these days because it is very strong, unique, and goes straight to the point. So in this episode, I'm going to share with you 4 ways you can start your speech and 3 ways you can end your speech, just to leave a mark in the minds of your audience. Remember, the middle of your speech, the content of your speech will only be remembered by your audience through the introduction and the closing statements that you put on. So yes, in preparing your speech, I'm here to tell you that the first thing you've got to do is don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. Thank you. So yes, the first thing you've got to do is to start with a bang. I prefer using a quote or sometimes a question. You must research thoroughly and find a very favorite quote or a very appropriate quote that suits your topic of discussion. Or again, you can start with a striking fact about your message. Your research should be condensed that if you bring out a fact about your message, your audience should be able to contain it. But not just contain it, it should be able to let them think. Or again, you can start by asking a question. Yes, a question. Just a question. Not just any question. A very important and thought-provoking question. That will continuously ring a bell in the minds of your audience. Yes. Or maybe you don't want that way. You are the introduction type. Listen. You have achieved so and so what? Man, you've got to go straight to the point and open up with why your audience should care about your subject. You need that. You've got to go straight to the point and tell your audience, let your audience feel why they should care about your subject. Why should they listen to you? Nobody cares. Your achievements and so what? If you are looking at starting public speaking, you've got to do away with that. Because the moment you climb up the stage, nobody cares about your achievements. Nobody cares about who you are. All they care about is the message you are delivering to them. So spare your audience the time wasting. Again, you might want to introduce yourself. But remember, you must do it in a very compelling way by telling a very compelling story about yourself. So one time I got a speaking engagement to talk to some senior high schools about ways of achieving their dreams, and I just went there to motivate them and inspire them about the future and a whole lot of stuff. This is how I started. I just wanted my story to inspire them, so I decided to introduce myself, tell my story in a very compelling way. So this is how I go my way. So 25, 24, 23 years ago, a young man called Amin Mohammed was born. This young man hustled in the streets of Kumasi, a suburb, as the second capital of Ghana, as a street hawker selling ice water. Little did this young man know the greatness bestowed upon his life by the Almighty. He hustled in the streets of Makru, a suburb of Kumasi, as an ice water seller, a shoe shine, a cobbler indeed, and sometimes a toffee seller. One day, this young man came face to face with his potential. He was a born speaker. Yes, so this is something, a message I created in a way to inspire these high school students, just to let them know that, hey, the world is their turf. The world is their turf. You can create a very compelling story in your introduction speech. Remember, compelling story or good stories, develop in secular ways. So yes, you can start with a story, whatever. Just know that, just make sure that the story you are telling your audience will be interested in the story. The story will be able to engage your audience as much as you want to engage them. And again, you might want to make your purpose clear from the beginning. Yes, I have seen speakers who go all the way just by making their purpose clear, and then they just in their introduction speech just let people know what they seek to achieve at the end of their presentation. Yes, you can do that. You can do just that. It is a very fine way to go about. So let's look at how you can end your speech in a very compelling way to leave a mark in the heart of your audience, the mind of your audience, and the heart of your audience. Yes. So what I prefer doing most is that I repeat my key messages. Yes, I repeat my key messages. Sorry about the phone. I'm very sorry about that phone. Is to repeat my key messages, my key takeaways. Do you know why the reason why I do this? It is because this effectively affirms my message by summarizing my entire bullet points at the end of my speech. Or you might want to go the other way by referring to the beginning. Good stories, as I said, comes in secular ways. And so if you started your speech with a story, you might as well want to end with a story if it didn't end in the middle. So yes, you might as well want to refer to the beginning of your story, of your presentation. Or understand that a problem introduced in the beginning of your speech must get solved at the end of your presentation. Yes. If you began with a problem, your speech must end with a solution. That is the second thing in ending your speech. Or finally, you might want to choose with a call to action. If you want your audience to take a particular action at the end of your speech, you need to end with that particular call to action. So what I've developed these days is that at the end of my speech, I just want my audience to subscribe to my YouTube channels. And so I do that in a very inspirational way to end my speech. Yes, so you might want to start with a bang, or you might want to go straight to the point, or you just want to start with a compelling story, or maybe make your purpose clear and then let your audience know what you seek to achieve at the end of your speech. Or also, you might want to repeat or summarize your key your key message at the end of your speech, or you might want to refer to the beginnings of your speech, or you might present a call to action. It's your turn to speak, and I urge you to really take heed to these recommendations. Because if you go to the restaurant, do you know why restaurants? Have you ever wondered why restaurants focus on your arrival and your departure? Think about it. Little do people remember the middle of your speech, although they will remember something. But the emotions you evoked in them during your beginning and your closing will forever stay with them. And that will allow them to know that, hey, this speaker did a very great job. Yes, it's another episode of It's Your Turn to Speak. Don't forget to let me know your worst experience with a speaker in the comment sections below. Thank you, and don't forget to watch the do's and don'ts of public speaking. My name is Amin Mohammed, your most experienced MC. You might as well want to book me for your events. Yes, check my email and my WhatsApp contact in the description below. Yes, it's another episode of It's Your Turn to Speak. I wish you all the best.